Hi, I'm an old guy and I do maths, and today's problem involves this right angle triangle, or rather probably two right angle triangles, one on top of the other, and we're looking for the height of this, and the information we have is that this angle of elevation is 42 degrees, this is 61, and the distance between this point and this point, just to make that clear, is 43.2 meters. Right, so what do we do? Well, we try and find some more information, and we're going to use this rule here that says that where you have two angles on a straight line, they must add to 180 degrees to find this angle in here. So 61 from 180 is 119 degrees, so that's in there. And then we can use another property of geometry, which says that the angles on the inside of a triangle must add to 180 degrees. So that's 180 minus 119 and minus 42. I'll see if I can do that in my head. Yes, 19 degrees. In fact, that's cheating, as you will see in a minute. So what we have is we have a lot of information about this triangle here. We could do the same here. I'm not saying that what I do is the only way to do this. It's not. Right, so let's move down the page, and as you can see, I was cheating. I had this all worked out. We have this triangle. It is not a right angle triangle. We know all the angles on the inside of it, and we know one length. And what we're going to do is initially we're going to use the sine rule to discover that length. And when we have that length, which is this here, we can use this angle and this length to find that. Okay, so let's get to work. So what do we know? Well, let's name a few things. So if we take this ratio here, x over the sine of 119 degrees. Let's call this a, and this little a is equal to 43.2 meters over the sine of 19 degrees. So tidy that up, and we get x equals the sine of 119 degrees times 43.2 over the sine of 19 degrees. Right, into the calculator with all of that, and let's go to work. So 43.2 divided by the sine of 19 degrees is 132.69. We multiply that by the sine of 119 degrees. It's just easier to do it that way on my calculator. And that equals 116.05 meters. There's the working. You can pause the video and just check that. So we know that this is 116.05 meters. Right, so time for some more drawing. I'll just do this freehand. We know that that is 42 degrees. We know that that's 116.05 meters, and we are looking for that, and we know that's a right angle. Now, I wrote the sine rule up here. I also wrote this mnemonic, which is SOHCAHTOA, and we're going to use this ratio, the sine ratio. So the sine of 42 degrees is equal to the opposite, h, over 100, the hypotenuse, sorry, 116.05. Okay, so rewriting that, h is equal to 116.05 and some decimals. I'm going to keep all the decimals on my calculator so I get a more accurate answer, times the sine of 42 degrees. Okay, so all I have to do now is multiply that length by the sine of 42 degrees, and the answer I get is 77.66. There's my calculator working there. Okay, so let's just go over this again. We got that using the sine rule. Now we're working with a right angle triangle. We have this length, the hypotenuse. We are looking for the opposite. That's a sine ratio. We know that this is 42 degrees. So the sine of 42 degrees is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. Rearrange this. You get the hypotenuse, h, the height. Say that again. H, the height, is equal to 116.05 and some decimals, times the sine of 42 degrees, which is that. And that gives us 77.68 meters. That is the height of this, and that's how you do it. It's not the only way, as I said, but it's a way. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you found that useful. If you did, please like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.